What's up, Culture Drop? This video is about networking. I'm gonna share with you 3 tips to make networking better for you, more effective, less torturous, all of that. Networking. Some people hate it, and it's torturous sometimes, unless you're an extrovert like me and you love to hear yourself talk, and then you're like, networking. All right, let's get into this. Regardless of your experience or relationship with networking, these are 3 tips that will make it better for you to have a better time, have it be more effective, regardless of whatever you're trying to do. So this is what I think is rad. Number 1, don't make it about you. A lot of people go into networking to be like, okay, I just need to have my sales pitch ready. I need to get ready to talk about myself. And if I just say the right thing, I'm gonna earn a lot of business, whatever that is, whatever you're networking about. That's why those events can feel super cringy. Also, if you're nervous about networking, it's because you're like, oh God, I have to perform and do well, or else I won't sell my product. The shift here is do not make it about you. Go to network to build relationships. Have that be your intention. I'm gonna connect with people and I'm gonna build relationships. If that is your goal versus I'm gonna sell my stuff to people, then people will gravitate to you. They won't be like, oh my God, this person's here to just sell things to me. It also takes the pressure off. When I go to attend networking events, I'm just there to meet people and connect and learn about them and make it about them, not me, which takes the pressure off. I never feel like, oh God, I have to say the right thing. And I think that's really important as a mindset shift. Don't make it about you. Make it about building relationships and connecting genuinely. Not yeah, but I'm really here to sell stuff. Stop it. Number 2, this is about how you interact with people when you're in a networking situation. Be curious, ask follow-up questions, be genuinely interested in other people as opposed to just waiting for your turn to talk. People are there showing up like that. You can feel it, you can sense it, and it feels weird. Genuinely ask questions of people, be curious, be interested in what they do and how they got onto it. It's nice to have a couple questions in your pocket that you ask people that are a little bit outside the norm, which is, it doesn't have to be corny or weird or very personal, but for me, I'm what lights you up about the work that you do? I like that question. I think it's kind of unique, getting people to talk about what they love or what they're excited about. Granted, not everybody loves what they do, but I think that's a great question. So have 1 or 2 or 3 questions that you ask people, I think is great and useful, but be curious, be genuinely interested in other people and learning about them. Number 3, this is about how you avoid getting dreadedly stuck in the conversations with people that you do not want to be stuck in conversations with, because if you've ever done networking, you know that this can happen and it's ooh, I don't want to be stuck talking to this person for half an hour because I'm too polite to leave and I don't know how to get out of the conversation. So I didn't make this up. I'm not trying to take credit for this. I heard this and I tried to research if this was someone's whole platform, and I couldn't find who said it, but it's a way to get out of conversations and move away from people, and this is it. So the suggestion is to break out of a conversation with someone is to say, hey, real quick before I go, and then something. Their advice was to kind of give somebody a compliment, which can be about them or about something they shared. So it could be hey, really quick before I go, thanks for sharing that with me. It was great to learn about you. Appreciate it. It was nice to connect with you. So it's kind of announcing I'm about to leave, but also leaving on a positive note with a compliment, as opposed to hey, I'm gonna peace out, bye, which is bye is a lot more awkward than hey, quick before I go, thank you for this thing. Complimenting something is also, that's also a nice thing to do. Here's a rule about that, and this is 3B, because I think this is important, especially for men in the space to be aware of. A rule for me of complimenting other people is that I only will compliment something on something that they chose. I will only give somebody a compliment on something that is a choice for them. So for example, those earrings look great on you. I love those shoes. That color looks great on you. Or, thank you for sharing that. It was really interesting to learn about your story. You're I appreciate what I heard. As a rule, I do not compliment people on something that they didn't choose. I wouldn't be hey, the color of your eyes is beautiful. This is really important to be aware of, and especially for men or women, is that as soon as you're complimenting somebody on something that they didn't choose that is inherently about them, the color of their eyes or whatever, it can cross over into are you hitting on me? Does this feel romantic? And whether you like that or not, that is truth. And I think especially for men, we have to be kind of conscious of this. You don't want someone to think that you're hitting on them or that you're crossing a personal line. So don't do that. It's cringy, it's creepy, it's weird. So I think it's a good rule to be give a compliment on something that someone chose. They picked out those shoes, they picked out those earrings, they shared their story with you. I think that's also another great rule, just to be aware of and conscious of, so that you make people feel comfortable and you're not cringy and weird. Don't sell things. Don't just wait for your turn to talk. Be interested in people. And a good way out is hey, quick before I go, here's a compliment or something, right? Nice to connect with you, and then dip out gracefully. Cool, there you go, bye. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel, or you can sign up for the Culture Drop mailing list and get these emails and videos right into your inbox.